Emmerdale star Nick Miles portrayed Jimmy King on the soap for more than 20 years. Jimmy had been a familiar face on the long-running ITV drama since 2004, eventually becoming one of the programme's much-loved characters. During his time in the Dales, he was involved in numerous major storylines. His turbulent journey included his popular marriage to Nicola, as well as being stabbed, ensuring there was never a dull moment for the character. However, earlier this year, reports emerged that Jimmy was set to be killed off. This week, the much-loved character met a tragic end when his car crashed into the wedding marquee belonging to Tate and Dawn Taylor. While Jimmy's life on screen was filled with drama, Nick Miles' world away from the soap is very different from his characters. Although Nick is best recognised for his long-running role as Jimmy, the actor has also had experience working on a major Hollywood production. In 2002, he appeared in Martin Scorsese's epic film, Gangs of New York, taking on the role of an Atlantic Guard leader. The movie also starred Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis. Recalling his experience of working alongside Leonardo, Nick previously described the Hollywood star as being quite reserved but friendly. He explained that they briefly spoke while in the makeup room, admitting he initially wondered whether he should approach the actor. However, Leonardo was reportedly very pleasant, and Nick said his shy and private nature was easy to notice. Away from his acting career, Nick is married to Stephanie Lumb. The couple first crossed paths in 2005 after Nick purchased a flat opposite hers in central Leeds. Nick previously revealed that he invited Stephanie for a drink at Mojo's bar, while she initially had no idea he was a television actor. He admitted that it took her some time to adjust to his profession, although she has since embraced his career, and even jokes about the benefits his job sometimes gives him. Their relationship quickly became serious. Around 7 months after they began dating, Nick proposed, but Stephanie initially rejected his offer. Despite that, Nick said he already knew that he wanted to remain with her. He eventually proposed for a second time, and Stephanie accepted. The couple married in December 2006 in Penrith, Cumbria, with only 2 friends present as witnesses. Nick previously described his wife as beautiful and sensible, adding that he immediately felt she was the right person for him and that they were perfectly suited. The actor was raised in Moseley, Birmingham, and his passion for acting appears to have been influenced by his late father, John Bradney, who was an important member of the city's amateur theatre community. His father worked as a teacher and also served as actor-director of the MDCC Theatre Company, which is known for staging outdoor Shakespeare performances at various locations, including the Botanical Gardens. Nick previously recalled how much his father enjoyed performing there every summer. He revealed that he donated 2 palm trees to the gardens, with his father's ashes later being placed beneath one of them. Nick admitted he was uncertain about whether the arrangement was officially permitted, but said a gardener kindly agreed to carry it out while planting the tree. Emmerdale fans work out Dawn Taylor's baby name following heartbreaking death. Emmerdale viewers believe they have figured out the name Dawn Taylor could choose for her unborn baby, following this week's devastating events. Dawn first joined the long-running soap in 2018 and quickly became involved in a series of dramatic storylines in the famous village. Her time in the Dales has been filled with challenges, including battling a drug addiction and turning to sex work. However, this week brought one of her most terrifying experiences yet, as pregnant Dawn became caught up in a horrific car crash on her wedding day to fiancé Tate. Fans will recall that Dawn initially left the village with Billy Mayhew and their children on the day she was due to marry Joe. However, after learning about Billy's betrayal, she changed her mind and returned to go ahead with the wedding. But when Dawn arrived at the wedding marquee and found Joe heartbroken, tragedy struck. Jimmy King suddenly crashed his car into the marquee, leaving Dawn, Joe, and Jimmy fighting to survive. In Thursday's episode on August 27th, Dawn regained consciousness and attempted to help Joe, who was trapped beneath the wreckage. Meanwhile, Jimmy's wife Nicola arrived at the scene and was horrified to see her husband inside the badly damaged vehicle. Although Jimmy initially seemed to be relatively okay, his condition soon took a serious turn. Sadly, Jimmy eventually died, with Nicola by his side during his final moments. The terrifying situation then escalated further when Joe noticed petrol leaking from the wreckage and saw a nearby exposed flame. Still trapped beneath the debris, he desperately told Dawn to get away from the scene before the marquee caught fire. Joe urged Dawn to protect herself and their unborn baby, prompting her to escape to safety as other villagers gathered nearby. Just as Graham Foster prepared to enter the wreckage and attempt to save Joe, the wedding marquee suddenly burst into flames. The shocking scenes left Emmerdale viewers stunned. Many had previously believed Dawn could be the character who died, particularly after reports suggested the actress was leaving the soap. However, with Dawn and her unborn baby seemingly surviving the devastating events, fans have now begun speculating about the name she could give her child. One fan on an Emmerdale Facebook page suggested that Dawn could choose a name in tribute to Jimmy, writing, "If Dawn makes it out alive, she'll call her baby Jimmy, I'm sure of it." Another viewer agreed with the idea, describing it as a sweet tribute. A third fan offered an alternative possibility, suggesting that if Dawn has a daughter, she could perhaps name the baby Kim after Kim Tate. Emmerdale Star confirms whether Sarah exits in dark Dr. Todd's story. Emmerdale star Katie Hill has revealed what lies ahead for Sarah Sugden as the dark Dr. Todd storyline continues. The character recently killed the sinister doctor after pushing her during a heated confrontation at Charity's home. Sarah and her grandmother Charity are now desperately trying to keep the truth hidden, with Charity taking responsibility in an attempt to protect Sarah from facing a prison sentence. Katie has confirmed that Sarah will remain in the Dales and will not be sent to prison as a result of the storyline. The actress recalled being left stunned when she first learned about the plot. She explained that one of her immediate thoughts was whether Sarah would end up behind bars, but producer Sophie Roper quickly reassured her that she would not be going to prison. Katie said she was relieved to discover that she would still have a job, while also admitting that she felt honoured to have been trusted with such an important storyline. She described the plot as the biggest storyline she has been given so far, explaining that it represents a major transformation for Sarah. The character has gone from being a cheerful and innocent young mother, raising her child with Jacob, to experiencing a life-changing event that will affect her permanently. The actress also discussed the impact the secret will have on Sarah's relationship with Jacob, who remains unaware of what has really happened. According to Katie, viewers will notice Sarah withdrawing from Jacob and refusing to open up about what she is going through. Because Jacob does not understand the reason for her sudden change in behavior, he begins questioning whether he has done something wrong. She teased that the pair will experience a difficult period in their relationship as Sarah struggles to cope with everything that has happened. Katie explained that Sarah attempts to justify her unusual behavior by telling Jacob that she is traumatized after witnessing someone's death. This becomes the explanation she repeatedly gives him while continuing to hide the truth. Meanwhile, producer Sophie Roper has suggested that Sarah will eventually have to face the consequences of her actions. She confirmed that the storyline will explore the legal implications of what Sarah has done, while also examining how the young character views herself after the incident. The story will also focus on Sarah's struggle to process the trauma and come to terms with the events that have changed her life forever. Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.